Hi everyone. It's April 5th today. Yeah, and it's April 5th, day 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 3 till transplant. Um, I tell you, the last couple days have been the same thing. It's been uh, you know, chemotherapy, and that's been about it. It's I haven't really noticed any major side effects from the chemotherapy. I just feel like a little bit of fatigue or tiredness, and I almost contribute that to, the lack of sleep that I'm getting here. It's everything's comfortable and I got a nice, quiet, comfortable room, but it's through this process. They're coming in multiple times through the night to, check your vitals and a couple times. 4 a.m. is the standard lab call if you need anything more. Luckily, I haven't had to have any more blood transfusions in the last couple of days after that lab workup. So, but I have been following my numbers on my chart, watching, as my blood counts are slowly going down, which is that's the plan, this chemotherapy, and then after the transplant, hopefully they'll go back up. But it's definitely feeling some effects from it, the chemotherapy, but it's not bad at all. It's like I said, it's just I feel tired, and I think it's more so from you know the interrupted sleep that I get and things like that. But other than that, today was just the chemotherapy treatment, which I only have one more before transplant tomorrow. And then I'll get back into chemotherapy again after a couple days after the transplant. But we'll talk about that when we get there. And they say that the worst days will be you know, start within the week after transplant for a week. But we'll see how that goes. Uh, Other than that, I did quite a bit of walking today. I think I walked, well, over 3 miles today, and uh, well, yeah, almost 4 miles today in a series of four different walks. Uh, it Everything is pretty much status quo. It being a weekend around here, it's Saturday. It's pretty much the same staff. I got doctors rounding in the morning, and you know nurses changing shifts, and just getting exposed to more people on my care team, and they're all doing it. They're all great. Very excited that I feel like I got the best care team there is out there. Getting treated very well. Um, my wife and Genevieve came for a visit tonight for a little bit, so that was nice. And just kind of relaxed. We kind of sat and watched the picture frame that I talked about in earlier videos of people, of all the photos that people have uploaded. People have contacted more how they can be included in that. So yeah, it's there's quite a few pictures. It takes a while to go through it, but other than that, I don't think just moving forward. It's tomorrow is going to be pretty much the same as today. If I get time, I'll try and drop a little video here. My big personal goals is to kind of do a little more research for what I'm in on Monday, and that's the total body radiation. You know, in my workup week, I've went through the simulation for it, and it's got all measured up, and they know exactly what they're going to do to me now, and they said it's only like a 20-minute process, but I'm just want to do some research and some reading to get a better idea what I can expect, more so of afterwards, what kind of effect that's going to have on me, for the next part of my recovery. And then that will be Monday, and then Tuesday will be the transplant. That's just, from what I hear, it's about the least exciting thing that happens in this process. It's basically a very simple blood transfusion, is all it is, and it's not metered. Or they said, here's how they told me the other day what it is. It takes a half hour. A typical blood transfusion takes, I want to say, 2.5 to 3 hours through a central line, which I have now. It's in the past, before I was in the hospital, the blood transfusions I get were done through an IV, and they would take, in the area of the 3 hours. The central line must be a bigger needle, is all I can think of. And, they unit of blood goes into you in that, but it's being pumped in through one of these IV machines, and they can put a unit of blood into you about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and it goes a little faster than through your standard IV. But they say that for this transplant, it's just like a blood transfusion, but they don't use a pump. They said they just use a big hose and hang her up high, so there's a lot of gravity putting pressure on it. So, and they say it only takes about 30 minutes. So it's pretty uneventful. So, but we'll see what we can find out more about that. So other than that, I'm going to let people go. Thanks again, and um, we'll try and talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night.